Hello guys, it's your boy Namari here back at again another video with a Naruto with Finman and a Prodigy Part 3. Now, Naruto, I think the last time I left off is basically Naruto reporting back to the Hokage about his S ranks and B ranks and A rank missions that he done with the selected Anbu. And yeah. So Naruto right now is just reporting back to the Hokage as and he's just like astonished at like basically the work Naruto was able to get, and basically he's just thinking that Naruto could be very good in like infiltration and sabotage missions, which is what he's not gonna start setting Naruto on. He also gave Naruto his own Anbu mask, as Naruto would basically then says, well, Hokage Gigi, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be doing this since I will be starting the academy soon. Hiruzen then says, don't worry about it, Naruto. I'm probably going to send you on missions even though you're in the academy. Just let's try to keep it a little bit of a secret. Naruto then says, well, you can't really keep it a secret from my teachers because they're going to wonder why I've been gone for most months. And also, Naruto then says, and what I'm going to start doing, no, is that everywhere inside the Lee village, I'm going to pull pranks. And everywhere I pull these pranks is going to show the weakness of the village. And then Chris was like, "What do you mean?" Well, think about it. If I'm able to find a weakness, right? Even though I have a little bit of training in doing that, what's stopping other spies from not finding this weakness? And Hiruzen nods his head after getting like why Naruto's doing it, and this is when so yeah, Naruto also like people are starting to, in the council are starting to see that the Uzumaki bank is like, or the Uzumaki no Mikaze bank account is rising. They're wondering why, and they ask her, like, why is their account rising in money, and or is there like one last Namikaze and Uzumaki heir still left in the village? And Hiruzen goes, there is, but I'm not gonna tell you who he is. And or I'm gonna say who they is. And he's not gonna say he's gonna say who they is, unless he wants to be known, or unless they want to be known. This makes the council's a little furious because they're trying to. They then says Hokage, someone you must tell us, like, and we also should bring back the Uzumaki clan, the Uzumaki no Mikaze clan. We should bring back their clan. That right there had Harrison thinking, and he's like, if they want to bring it back, they probably will. And this is when Naruto comes in. His hair, like, Naruto has his hair changed to red to like the Uzumakis, and not many people are thinking that this is a female. And this is when Hiruzen goes, hello, and then this is when Naruto said Numri, Numri, and Hiruzen look at Naruto with like a side eye glance, same with Hashi, and this is where he goes, my name is Namri Uzumaki. You know, the one that's been raising the Uzumaki banks. And Naruto have a clone there for a reason, and that's the reason why he's making it seem like his like the person he's playing as right now is a girl. So that way, whenever other people start to question exactly who this other Uzumaki is, that way, you know, they're kind of still in the they don't try anything stupid. But here's well, no, Naruto is not doing this. This is actually one of his clones. And so, like, once his clone goes to go do this, he Naruto would then he would also have his clone give the Hokage a scroll, and the scroll which says this, I'm just a clone that's gonna pretend to be boss, so that way no one knows that he's right now the one getting the money. And that's when Frieza nods his head and then goes, yes, I see. Then Nori goes, so I heard that y'all talking about why my clan has all of a sudden been making a lot of money, and that's because of me. I have been a little busy with work and stuff, and I haven't really been in the village for a while. It's when some of the civilian council get a glint in their eyes, especially in the males, and they start trying to, people are trying to get the money now. That's when, that's when Namari, in this case, would, like, she would gently decline them because, one, even though it's a clone, not many Uzumakis are just pure rude like that. Unless you say something stupid or a third in their family, then you know you're screwed. But if you don't do none of those, you don't really have a problem with the Uzumakis. So basically, they would be let down, and Naruto or Namari in this case would just be. I'm just gonna say Naruto because I mean, there's no point since I mean it is Naruto's shadow clone. Well, it's no, it's not even. Yeah, never mind. It's a shadow clone. I'm gonna wait before I tell you what else I'm gonna do. But she then says I have made a couple of inventions with seals, new chakra pills, and all types of things. And you know, the civilian council, they're just trying to think like maybe if we can force her to give us some of this due to us being the council, we can make more money. And you know, they have that greedy look, and they trying to say, what is your ideas? And you should give it to us. Like basically saying that you should give it to us, the civilian council, and we can help run your business. Even though they're planning on taking all the money out of the Uzumaki account for themselves, or like taking it little by little, basically. This is where Nomori again, she would decline gently and be like, I really don't need any help with raising my own business due to me already not needing to really work in the leaf. If I wanted to, I can go work in the. I can go all around the nations. Right now, I have a deal with the Land of Iron for a chakra metal. I can give out certain resources, which I would not be telling y'all. And for also in the Land of Waves, I give them food. They give me stuff, and they go, what do you mean? And then that's when Normally goes, well, ever since I helped them in the lands to get rid of Gato, they have been grateful to me, and I kind of took Gato's before I killed Gato, I took his companies. I basically had them sign them over to me. And the villagers and stuff, again, they get that glee, and they're trying to get the ships and stuff. They're trying to make deals to get the ships from her, and to also get the company. And this is where again, she wouldn't budge, and you know they're kind of scowling at this because they're just trying to, of course, get their pockets bigger. And Naruto honestly couldn't care less about what they really want, but more for like his family, if he does have one, and he wants to make sure like they're gonna be financially straight. So um, so anyway, so whenever normally she would be talking or Naruto clone, um, Hiruzen would look at the clone and just kind of laugh because, like, basically she's making the civilian council get mad. This is where one of the civilian council says, Hokage-sama, we demand that we seize control over the Uzumaki company and its materials. And that also she be put under the CRA. And the clone then goes, you can't really demand that from me since I'm not a ninja of this village, even though one of my and then she gonna say, even though one of my my cousins, which also gave me all the loans to the monies and stuff from the Uzumaki accounts, and which they go, Kushina Uzumaki was your cousin, was what some of them says, and this is when normally would show like she would then show like the chakra chain, and they go, yeah, she was my cousin, and, but I was never a ninja. I was always in the business, and I was never in Uzu either. I've been all over the world, really. I've been traveling. And I normally don't look how I don't normally show people how I regularly look. Now, as she says this, she then looks at Haruzen and be like, "So you really can't force me nothing, and I'm also here to check on my cousin." Then they go, "Who's your cousin?" Then she says, "Naruto's Uzumaki." This is where some of them would scowl, and then she would kind of get like a mad face. Like she would look at them with like a raised eyebrow, and this is where they'd be like, "Oh, he's a demon," and this is where she would look at him and be like, "Bro, are you serious?" And so Naruto wouldn't really care for them. And so Naruto, Hiruzen then summon Naruto, and Naruto come to them. This is where some of the civilian council scowls, and Naruto would just get like a look of like curiosity. And then this is where normally she would introduce herself to Naruto and say that we're cousins, and I just came here to check on you to make sure that you are still alright and alive, since I would not be in the village often. Now, some of the council members are thinking like maybe we get their daughters to get with Naruto, we can get him to basically get as his cousin for basically the companies and stuff, and we can run it secretly. So they're planning on using Naruto, which Naruto already said what they're gonna try to do, and he's just probably gonna just look at them stupid at the end of the day, knowing that basically just knowing that like he's not gonna give them what they want exactly. So this is when Namorishi then says, "Oh, and Hokage-sama, I have some business I want to talk to you about later, about Iowa and Kumo and all of them." This is where some of them goes, "If it's about Shinobi matters, why don't you say it here?" And and this is the elder Donzo that says this, and this is what she says: simple. One, there's what civilians here. So you wanted me to talk about Shinobi matters for y'all with civilians nearby, but not only that, uh, you want to jeopardize the information I give you, and they go run their mouth to everyone in the village. At this point, Donzo kind of grits his teeth because he knows. Well, not really grits his teeth, but he kind of backs off, knowing that what the clone just said is the truth. What she could possibly say can also jeopardize the village due to the civilian council running their mouth. So he backs off. And Hiruzen looks at the Naruto clone like basically like how do you do it, and the clone just kind of gives him like a shrug of the shoulder, and so yeah. So after the meeting was done, they talk about basically what her business does, and basically just like what the business is and stuff. The Uzumaki's leave. Naruto then has the clone wait inside wait open it for Hiruzen to leave. He then goes himself into the Kage's office with the clone, because Naruto and his regular stuff is just going to talk to the clone basically, and so yeah. So after he gets done talking to Horizon about like how Iowa and all of them are like how their forces and stuff is working now, this is when Horizon thinking that he needs to switch up the academy. So he says to Naruto, "I'm sorry to tell you, it's gonna be a while until you become a ninja the regular way, and I'm gonna need you a lot for missions since you're now kind of a better information getter than Jiraiya." And then this is where Naruto says the reason why I'm better than Jiraiya is because he relies on his toes and he doesn't really work on really good stealth skills. And not only that, I have more ninjutsus, or I I have like seals that basically helps hide my presence. After hearing this, Chris is like, how do you think you can make something for the village? This is when Naruto goes, if I do, it will cost you. Trust me. These seals are not easy to make. And I kind of have them in my clothes, like when I made my clothes, which took me, by the way, 3 hours per seal. But I can get you different type of armor if you will like. This is where Herzen goes, what do you mean? Well, I kind of need some stronger shinobi armor. That's what I'm training to the, that's the what I'm training right now to the Iron Country. It's this type of armor that makes it harder for, like if a ninja was to attack them, like the ninjutsu wouldn't work really. And she's not gonna tell him why, because again, she's gonna keep it as a clan secret. Hers and then goes, you have a lot of clan secrets, huh? This is where the clone goes, yeah. And she then says, then she kind of like goes up close to him in his ears, which way we have some listen, like people listening. She says it very low, because in hers and knows like once the clone got up kind of close to like kind of put chakra in his ears, basically. So after he does that, and he listens to what she says, or the clone says, um, hers and nods, and then kind of mouth the words of get them, or like basically find them and bring them to him. And so he does, like the clone does, and presents them like on a platter and be like, here they go right here. And so it was root umbus. And Hiruzen basically says, just kill them. They're root umbu. We can't get information out of them due to the seal Dunzo put on them. This is when Ruby then sees the seal, and she goes, oh, that's easy to break. And she, I mean, not Ruby, but the clone, it breaks the seals, and then she basically interrogates them, and they get all the information they needed, like even about what Dunzo's doing now to like his root umbu. But not only that, it is basically like just all of the dealings with Root and the assassination that they recently did. Hiruzen was quite upset about this, and this is when he then says, Ambu, I want you to arrest Danzo Shimura. And so the Ambus will go out, they'll arrest him, and this is when Hiruzen calls another council meeting. And this is when they go, what is this council meeting for now, Hiruzen or Hokage-sama? Some people said Hiruzen, and the clone was a little upset about this. Because, like, he's the Hokage, you're not really supposed to talk to the Hokage like that. And, unless he gives you permission to, which he doesn't think Hiruzen gave them any permission to call him by his first name. So, Hiruzen then goes on and talks about, alright, first thing first, I just recently found out that Danzo Shimura has been a traitor. He has been working with Orochimaru, or been liaised with Orochimaru. And not only that, he's completed treason for not following my direct order of shutting down his route, like I told him to. After hearing this, and Danzo was kind of presented, Danzo's eyes were wide. He was like, how? And then he points to the clone. The clone would basically summon those two Ambu and put the ceiling tags on them. After everybody sees the tags, they're thinking that it's an explosive tag. They're, the ninjas are getting ready to go, but this is where she starts to question them. And, Donzo's thinking, oh, they're not going to talk due to the seal, and if they do try to talk, they would die. And to his surprise, they just start talking due to the seal she placed on them, which is like a confession seal. And Donzo's eyes is wide. He's like, how's this possible? And so And so he would so basically, his eyes is just widened because like now what he was doing has been brought to light, basically. And so the Hokage then says, Danzo Shimura, you've been put to death. And Danzo's dead, and a lot of people are scared now. And next one, I mean, just feels like something's wrong, and she will kind of make the Hokage dodge a blow by Danzo, because Danzo just tried to kill him because he's is a Nagi. And when and Danzo will kill his root Anbu that he had that basically spilled their guts. Dude, and he doesn't know why until he sees basically a seal after he kills him. He's like, oh, that's why. She must have broke the seal I put on him. And so that's when Namori would get in a fight with Danzo. She would defeat Danzo very easily. And basically takes out him and all his other enemies very easily. Everybody's just astonished at her battle performance, and that's when Hiruzen says, "I'm going to change the academy. I now know why. I know that all the other villages are getting quite stronger than us, and our academy, for better or lack of words, sucks." And it's gonna be lackluster. So from now on, I have new rules going on for the academy. If you have a problem with it, you better deal with it yourself, because I really don't care, because we need this in order for our village to stay great. Unless y'all want to be taken down by all villages due to their now strength. After saying that, no one really had a problem with it. So now I'm gonna say Sarutobi sends a letter to Jiraiya and Sanadi and tell them they have 3 weeks to get back to the village. They're not in the village by that time. He's going to He's gonna have their sunning rights provoked, and he will kill them. Now, after hearing this, after getting that message, they will look wide-eyed because they wouldn't expect Hiruzen to do that to them. So when it does happen, Sanadi is back in the village very quickly. Same with Shizune and Jiraiya. And Sanadi goes, "Why did you call us back to the village? Why did you call me back to this this village that took everything from me?" This is where Naruto will come and goes, hello. Then he says, "Grandma." Yes, Minato is gonna also be related to Tsunade. I kind of like it when Tsunade's related to Naruto. I don't know why. I just think it makes everything a lot better. And Tsunade's eyes widen, and she'd be like, "What do you mean? I was told that my grandson died." This is when Naruto would look at Hiruzen, and Hiruzen shakes his head. And then this is when Naruto says again, "Who told you?" This is when he says, "This Anbu would." This is where she said this Anbu with a white mask and it had knee on it. And this is where Naruto goes, "Root." I see. So Danzo was also trying to force it where basically he can get me, huh? And this is where she goes, "Well, why you say that?" Well, this is where Naruto goes, "Well, I am the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. But not only that, as you now know, I'm your grandson. And I have been doing multiple missions, 4 S-rank missions to be in total right now for infiltration of each villages, which I did very easily. Their defenses sucks. So do ours. And GG, I already gave you where our defenses sucks at, right?" And he says, "No, you haven't." And he goes, "Ah." And then he basically tells him, Hiruzen gets ambushed immediately on those areas to improve the defenses there, and to find tunings and guards and stuff to actually do their jobs. And now the village is more tightly secure, and it's harder for now the spies to get in. Now after hearing this, Jiraiya and Tsunade, this is where Hiruzen goes. "Jiraiya, I will now have you to the class on infiltration, same with and also in ninjutsu, in fluent jutsu." Naruto then says, "That's not a bad idea, but I hope the council don't be. We want the Uzumaki to teach fluent jutsu, knowing that my prowess in fluent jutsu is something every Uzumaki has." And so basically, who's the nigga Naruto, man? It's how you learn all these fun juices. And then Naruto said, well, for 2 years, for 2.5 years, I went to Uzukagure, where I learned everything from my grandfather, the third Uzukage, for 2 years straight, how to be a Uzumaki and all that other stuff. The reason it goes, oh, okay. And so yeah, her reason, which is of course, be shocked at what Naruto has to say about that. And this is where Dryden says, "Hello, godson," and this is where Naruto goes, "Hello, grandfather." And Naruto doesn't say it with any venom or nothing. He just says it like it's normal, and he gives Dry like a soft smile. And Dry goes, "You don't hate me for not being here." And then Naruto says, "I mean, I know you're a spy and a pervert from what my father wrote, but he also told me to tell you, if you try to corrupt me, he will kill you when you come. I mean, he will get you when you come back to um the land of the like basically not the land of the dead, or whenever you die, he will come and get you himself from the Shinigami." And Jiraiya kind of pales at hearing this, and then he then says, "Are you a boy or a girl?" Because he hears Naruto's voice, like you can't really tell if he's really a boy or girl. But last time he talked to Minato, he was told that Naruto was a boy, or like they were gonna have a boy. This is when this is basically when you know Jiraiya and Tsunade, find out that Naruto's actually a boy. He just looked very feminine, which Naruto then says honestly, and then he also talks to Tsunade about like his plans and like how he's gonna basically to let everybody think that he's a female, even though he's really not. And she then says, "What if you go to the hot springs?" Then Naruto says, "Well, I mean, just guess." And and she then says, Are you gonna be a pervert like Jiraiya?" This is Naruto goes, "I really don't go there for body. I would go there just to, stay, what's it called? To like soak. I'm not gonna be there to perv. I don't like him." And Tsunade nods her head in approval, says, "Fine, I will let you do this." And so, Jiraiya says, "Naruto, I'm gonna need you for my new books." And Naruto then says, "No, I don't do that." He then says, "Unless you want me to die, I'm not gonna do that." And he says, "Why?" And then Naruto then says, "You see her right there?" And he points at Tsunade. "She will try to kill me probably. I'm not even gonna chance it." And this is where Naruto then goes up to Suzune, and basically Suzune is sitting down with her pig, and she's just listening. And Naruto then introduces himself to Suzune, and Naruto then takes him to the forest of death where he's living, since they don't have anywhere to stay. And I'm gonna end that off here, guys. If you enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment. Be ready for part 4. I don't know when I'm gonna drop it, but I'm gonna drop it sometime today. Peace.